Hey, how are you? Okay. Are we all ready? I don't know.
No, we're. Okay, take your seats. Good morning, everyone. Today is, June the 23rd, 2026. Welcome to the Presidio County Courthouse. I'm Pacific 3. I'll be the county judge presiding over your cases in county court. So legal arraignment, will be going through the docket. And how's good? How's good, you ready? Ms. Park, ready? Stay ready? Very good. Thank you so very much. And I apologize for being delayed. I had a crazy 72 hours. You know, hopefully, calm down a little bit. Cause number 7218 is the state of Texas versus Rolinda Ms. Carrillo. And it looks like Ms. Carrillo has, the first page.
Yes.
I have cause number 7218, cause number 7216, cause number 7219, cause number 7220, and cause number 7237. Do you guys want to bundle these? You guys want to tackle them individually?
I think it's quite a bundle of them, Your Honor. If you recall, at the last docket, you did an arraignment for her for all of these cases. So she's just very recently been arraigned, and we're now working with her defense counsel on producing videos. This is going to be a theme for the next page and a half. We were coming across issues giving them videos because the videos are so large that even the Dropbox wouldn't accept them. So we are now, I'm just getting a PO from upstairs, you know how long that can take to buy software that we can send large scale files. Trying our best, but you know, when body cam and dash cam, everything's 4K, everything's huge. So we are, in the next week, we should be getting the software that we can just send videos out. So hopefully it'll be the issue. But we're on all of these cases, if you wanted to bundle them together, we're working on producing all the evidence.
So you're still working through discovery and everything that goes with it.
Sales driving. And I think we're also missing, for one count, we're also missing report. We have all the information, but for one, but, we only have maybe 2 reports. You know, if you know, I have a list, I can, afterwards, you can go over it.
Yeah, well,
Like-
for the information, we're on there,
Okay.
the information, but and then the reports.
Right. And also, it's your duty, but we can talk about that later.
So I assume you guys are asking for a continuum.
Yes.
Do you want to repeat them or who did it?
That's up to the council on my lawyer.
We're good.
Okay, so we're good. So we're gonna, the cases pertaining to Lorena Carrillo, will be
You do.
really, really well.
And your honor,
She is pretty good. Yeah, you're welcome. Good luck.
yes, sir.
The next call number, 76956, the state of Texas is Alicia Ruiz.
All the evidence has been produced in this case, Your Honor. Right now, we're working on plea bargaining, so we are requesting a continuance to continue discussions on plea bargaining.
So we're actually missing CPS videos. I think if you sent them and they weren't in our Google Drive, but I did not keep them in our Google Drive.
Yes, those are the only videos we have, right?
Yeah.
Those are the videos that were sent. Y'all requested videos from the initial process to put them in our feed. Before they called in CPS. And Mark, you know, it's not having.
So it was exactly, I don't think we have, or videos that was. Oh, no, this is the one where, right, we don't have the stripper videos. We have Martha's ED, but we do not have the stripper videos. So I've seen, I've seen,
Yes, 4, 5.
I'm sorry?
You have state videos 43, 44, 45.
Okay, they're not in our Google Drive, so I'm not saying you did something, but I did not see them today. We can check again.
We're looking for continue work now.
Continuance granted. Continuance granted, so, this, Fernandez, do you have any other business report?
I don't think gonna have to there doing possibly
Yeah.
it's not.
But is she really not?
She is.
Okay.
House number 7221, state of Texas versus Julio Israel.
Mr. Rice, I was supposed to arrange last docket, but this is a new date, and we are working on producing the.
Agree, Your Honor.
Yeah, so continue. But it looks like you guys are moving forward this time. Gather all the discovery, we'll get to what needs to be. Very well.
Working on the bargaining with that one.
Okay, continue. Granted.
Mr. Vice,
Cause number 7236, the state of Texas versus Catherine Georgiana Sonoya.
I believe she did not appear.
Catherine is on Zoom, Judge.
Did not appear last time, but she, was on a range, but they recently, her attorney recently filed a waiver of arraignment. So now we're ready to move forward with this amendment here, unless there's any more. Or her lawyer or her.
no, Your Honor, we're just waiting on evidence.
Very good. So another continuance, house number 7223, the state of Texas versus Allen and his child.
Right. I have here that Mr. Chavez, was self-service representative, that is looked, or respected to recently filed in North Ten. So, does he just recently completed?
I don't know if we received the appointment letter, but we did have an appointment letter, so we are representing him, and so we did file some of one motion, and we're waiting on the clarity.
Is she the one?
Yeah, it's not on. Yeah, on the bottom right hand corner.
Sure, I'm sorry to go back to the last one. He is she's working on some information on, so I don't know, he's here, I just want to make sure he wasn't expecting to say anything about. I know it's devices, right?
Right, then taking her.
No, we did it, you're good.
Okay, just want to make sure, sorry.
Did you catch that, Miss Amelia?
Excuse me?
I'm
Were
sorry.
they speaking to me?
No, Catherine Georgiana. Sonoya.
I'm sorry, Alan, we're going back to Ms. Sonoya, if you could just give us a minute.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I didn't hear what you said.
Okay. So, there's been, a granting of a continuance in your case, while they, continue to collect, all the evidence, that the state is presenting. So, the continuance is granted and you're free to go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. We'll go back to cause number 7223, the state of Texas versus Allen and this child.
So I will say he was recently, been appointed for Texas, so, just want to make sure to update on, here to add them as attorney. Again, this was one that just last docket, he was arraigned since the French case and all of them. This is, we've already.
you have anything?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Yes, immediate excuse and continuance is granted. Clause number 7226, the state of Texas versus Peter Heinrich Unga.
Your Honor, we, entered into a PTE agreement. The attorney just told me this morning, said he's still waiting for signature and payment from his client, so we're asking for continuance, so we can get that productive.
Very good. And continuance granted. Clause number 7178, the state of Texas versus Elisa Garcia.
I believe,
Goes to your law office of Stevens and Rueda.
I have not contacted her or her attorneys from.
Cause number 7178, the state of Texas versus Elisa Garcia. Cause number 7178, the state of Texas versus Elisa Garcia. Cause number 7261, the state of Texas versus Jose D. de la Cruz.
I've also had a contact with the attorney on this one.
Is that new to the docket? I don't recall seeing it. I'm over with the.
7261, I think so, it's one of the newer numbers.
Cause number 7261, the state of Texas versus Jose de la Cruz. Cause number 7261, the state of Texas versus Jose de la Cruz.
Yeah, it's a little.
Cause number 7256, the state of Texas versus Miguel Angel Barron Menendez.
Right, we've entered into a plea agreement. The agreement was sent just yesterday, so we're asking continuance to get this guy figured out.
Cause number 7258, the state of Texas versus Adolfo Gonzalez Arenas.
Plea agreement sent last week, asking for continuance.
Good. Thank you. Cause number 7161, the state of Texas versus Sotero Armendariz Rivera.
Good
morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Judge, I received some information from the prosecutor this morning. I'd like to review that and then maybe request some more discovery before we I don't see us resolving this case just yet, but could possibly with whatever information she provides, whatever's available as far as discovery and review the court's file. So I think we're getting close to resolving it one way or another. We're asking for a trial date, one of the two.
Let me make sure I got this right, Mr. Gonzalez. You're asking for a trial date to be set?
Yeah, yes, I am. I don't see us resolving it, Judge, so if you could set it for trial, we would. If we can't resolve it before then, instead of having I don't need another pre-trial, I don't think so.
Your Honor, I know it takes our clerks a lot of work, more work than it doesn't than to set trials. So I would hate for them to do all the work to set the trial, just for the sake of doing it. So I would just recommend or ask for a continuance to work on evidence and learning before we set.
Mr. Gonzalez, do you have anything to add to that?
I didn't catch the last part, I'm sorry.
So what the state is asking for, they're asking for a continuance, to allow them to continue to collect, the evidence for discovery that they're requesting, and for us to hold off on a trial date here.
I just, whenever the court sets it, we're fine, Judge.
Thank you, sir. So, continuance granted, and, I don't know if you have any other business with us, Mr. Diaz, but, you guys, if you don't, you're excused.
My speaker's not working right.
You guys, Mr. Gonzalez, Mr. Diaz, are excused, if you'd like to, the continuance is granted.
Thank you.
Good luck, though. Cause number 7260, the state of Texas versus Bernardino Cervantes.
This one was dismissed last week because he completed a PCD.
Okay, we're good. Cause number 7173, the state of Texas versus Luis Edmundo Bernal Barraza.
We've entered into a plea agreement when you get that back. Also, his attorney filed a waiver of agreement and a motion for continuance. And I'm now close to that.
You have no problem with that?
No problem.
So-
I don't have it printed though. I didn't print her order.
No, that's fine. Cause number 7262, the state of Texas versus Luis D. Antillon.
Same attorney, she filed a waiver and motion for continuance, and I'm not opposed.
Thank you. House number, 72, this I should look at 7263, the state of Texas versus Luis D. Antillon.
Same, thing here, she filed a waiver and motion for continuance and, kind of same defendant, same stop, so no opposition here.
Okay, and this is the last report, and then 7264, the state of Texas versus Luis D. Antillon.
The attorney didn't file the waiver and motion for continuance, but I think that was done by accident. She intended to do it for all of the cases, so I'll ask for continuance for her.
And this all stemmed from the same topics.
I believe all three did. There's three. They are all from the same traffic stop, but the way the JPs are doing it, rather than compiling three charges into one cause, they're separating out separate causes, so they look like separate cases, but yeah, they're from one side.
House number 7206, the state of Texas versus Reyes Galindo Mike.
The agreement was sent on this one last week, waiting for it to be filed.
House number 7231, the state of Texas versus Fidel Paz Reyes.
The agreement sent last week, but also waiting for continuance to get it filed.
House number 7245, the state of Texas versus Repack Bacani Haram.
PCD sent last week, also the continuance to get this one.
House number 7246, the state of Texas versus Michael William Steele.
Entered into a plea agreement last week, continuance so we can get this one.
Very well. Cause number 7259, the state of Texas versus Leonel G. Hernandez.
The agreement sent yesterday, asking for continuance on this as well.
Cause number 7207, the state of Texas versus Julian Javier Figueroa de Sosa.
The final judgment was just signed in the past few weeks, so this one is disposed. That was on a guilty plea.
Cause number 7230, the state of Texas versus Vicente R. Santiago.
The attorney filed a signed, guilty plea agreement a few weeks ago, but we're waiting for the payment to get to the clerk's office to complete that before the judgment. So continue on this one.
The agreement?
Yes.
So the fee agreement has been sent, we're going to hang it to the clerk to dispose of.
Yes.
There you go. Cause number 7251, the state of Texas versus Monaco Film, Asphalt, Female.
A PTD was sent last, agreement was agreed into and sent last week, asking for continuance to get that signed. And please, a PTD.
Is your name considered moving out?
No. That's why I was able to PTD this one.
Cause number, and to catch you off guard, I don't want to, I don't like when they do that. Cause number 7254, the state of Texas versus Louis M. Gutierrez Reyes.
I entered into a plea agreement sent last week, asking for continuance to get that one on file. We're rolling through it.
Cause number 7227, the state of Texas versus Paul Borjas.
For the interest of saving time, all of Todd checks, he is here.
Okay,
But all of Todd checks, I'm saying it correctly. We've entered into go through plea agreements and one PTD agreement. They were all sent last week, and so we're asking, recommending a continuance to get these all papered up. But his attorney is here, and I don't want to diminish his appearance.
Counselor, do you have anything you want to say?
Good morning, Judge. That's correct. We've got plea docs on all of them. We just need to get the money in.
Okay, so let me call out all of the cases on my docket that are with you. And we'll kind of do them in a bunch of. Cause number 7242, the state of Texas versus San Luis East. Number 7243, the state of Texas, which is Rogelio Becerra Leon. Cause number 7250, the state of Texas versus Bernardino Diego Dragan. Cause number 7252, state of Texas versus Gerardo Fernandez Nieves. Cause number 7253, the state of Texas versus Rodrigo Guzman Perez. Cause number 7255, the state of Texas versus Arnoldo Bonilla Melendez. Cause number 7257, the state of Texas versus Jaime Torres Marquez.
Your Honor, I'm not sure if you called 7247 Samuel Ortiz.
7247, I have Susan Olivares with Daniel Raymond as the attorney.
7257.
7257, the state of Texas versus Jaime Torres Marquez. With Mr. Cash as the attorney.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. It was 7242. You did call that one. The only other one I had was 7227 Paul Borjas Estrada.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was,
Okay.
that was the first. That was the first one.
Okay, those are all of them then. Yes, sir.
Okay. And, the state is asking for a continuance to sit down and, negotiate with you.
Oh, we're already in agreements. The plea agreement's been sent out. They just need time to get to their defendants, get signatures back, and file them.
Very well. So do you have anything to add, Counselor?
No, Your Honor.
So continuance granted as you guys continue to move forward on, the named cases. And I don't know if you have anything else on the topic.
I don't. May I be excused?
You may be excused. Good luck and enjoy the rest of your.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Forward, I noticed Mr. Chavez is still on. I don't know.
Yes, and was I excused?
Yeah, yes, Mr. Childs, you're excused.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't want to interrupt. I wasn't for sure. I could barely hear on my end. Thank you, guys.
Well, we're not as impressive as Judge who uses a lot of theatrics, living in mind. House number 7238, the state of Texas versus Hervey Gumaro Nieto.
I believe his attorney filed a letter that said he would like to waive arraignment. I think was his intention of waiving the arraignment, but it wasn't signed by the defendant, it did give admonishments. So it wasn't technically a waiver arraignment, but considering, I'm sure he intended for it to continue this case, I would recommend continuance.
And it looks like the next event also has the same attorney, and I have the same location on my notes.
Yes.
So, so what do you want to do with Hervey Gumaro Nieto? Just go back and lies and trustees, or?
Yeah, we'll do a continuance with this guy, but he was quite mean to Wilson.
Okay, continuance granted, and then move on to the state of Texas versus Susan A. Rodriguez. Also with Mr. Kramer. That's the attorney group.
Oh, same, yeah.
Continuance granted. House number 7135, the state of Texas versus Michael Wayne Chapel.
Mr. Shaddix was here last time. He has returned a PTD agreement on this case, and it is ready to sign if the court would like to see it. This is for the trespassing Class C.
And then he has the next case, which is house number 7136, the state of Texas versus Michael Wayne Chapel on his failure to appear.
Yes, this one, we did not. We entered into a PTD agreement with him and he accepted the offer, but he hasn't returned the paperwork along with this one. So we need to get with him and see if he thought this was only one document for both, or he's not wanting to do that PTD. But for now, I'm totally fine doing continuance on both because we're moving forward with both.
So you're not asking for me to sign a board with that?
Oh, you can sign up for, yes, please, for that one, yes. And he's got, bond money, so that'll go towards the payment of his fines and court costs.
Okay.
We'll send the 136.
7135, I'm gonna sign the order.
Okay.
On 7136, it's going to be continued.
We just took PTE back, so we'll file it today. And then the judge is going to make sense. Or careful for the horse a little bit.
House number 7144, the state of Texas versus Fernando Blanes.
His attorney withdrew the last docket, so this is the first time Mr. Gomez has been summoned personally.
Is he present? Yeah. House number 7144, the state of Texas versus Fernando Blanes.
His attorney had withdrawn because he hadn't had any contact with his client for quite some time, so I suppose this is.
House number 7144, the state of Texas versus Fernando Blanes. No show. House number 7202, the state of Texas versus Juan Antonio Benavides Jr.
This is the same situation that attorney Mr. Harris had withdrawn at the last docket. So this is the first time Mr. Benavides is the summoned person.
The state of Texas versus Juan Antonio Benavides Jr. House number 7202, the state of Texas versus Juan Antonio Benavides Jr. Show. Cause number 7244, the state of Texas versus Hyman and Doyle Jr.
The final judgment was signed this morning. Thank you. This one has been disposed of the mere benefit.
Okay.
I don't know if that's-
I show to be at the end of the docket.
Mhm.
Is there are there any other matters that need to be addressed?
Your Honor,
Yes.
just for the record, the case we were discussing before, Ms. Alicia, Estrada Hernandez, I confirmed with our office and we do not have any GPS videos, not in any email, not in any Dropbox. So just for clarification,
She's
Um,
Oh, yeah, I showed here, he's opening a Bill's Dropbox, and he started to upload, and then it failed to upload because it ran out of space.
Yeah.
So it's saying it was
Yeah.
before.
but I just wanted to make that clear on the record, and that is it.
So noted. And I don't know if, I don't know what procedure they can, I guess kosher, to have some sort of external hardware that you can share.
We provided him with one, and it's my understanding,
We got an error code. He spent all day trying to download the videos, and at the end of the day, he gave him an error code. And so I talked to Mr. McDermott yesterday about it, and he said, we can bring you a new one. And I said, don't worry about it, because we'd already submitted the requisition to the auditor's office to get the software to transfer large scale files. And since it's an issue that, not just with their office, but I have to send large documents, there's large files to all the attorneys. So I went ahead and just buying the software, and like I said, hopefully we get this purchase order from the auditor's office in the next couple of days, and then we can start shipping out for our class.
Well, it's not, I have to be. Patient with each other. We try to solve that. Technology. Is there anything else? Anything else before?
Mr. Rueda is Mr. Rueda is here. His case had been called earlier.
Attorney Kramer's here too, Judge.
So Mr. Rueda's case was called as the second page 7178.
Okay.
At least yes. I'm fine to read all
So we're gonna go back, we're gonna go back to call number 7178, the state of Texas versus Anissa Garcia. And Anissa Garcia, we had her come to no show, but it looks like her attorney's here.
Yes, Your Honor, I'm here present. My apologies for being tardy.
Very well. How are you?
I'm well, Your Honor, yourself.
Good, thank you so much. Is there anything you want to add?
I believe it might be right time for arraignment if, nope, they called a waiver.
Okay.
All right, so,
How would you like to, are you Mr. Goya? Is that right?
Yes, Judge, I am Mr. Rueda.
Okay, so how would you like to proceed?
Your Honor, we'd love an opportunity to talk to the state to get an offer for this Class C appeal. If that requires us to reset this to another setting, and that is what we request.
Okay, Ms. Park?
the agreements for the documents.
Okay, so continuance granted, and we'll take that and we'll move it off the motion. House number 7178. The state of Texas versus Anissa Garcia. Did you have anything else on the docket, Mr. Hood?
No, Your Honor, I don't. And again, apologies to the state and the court.
Oh, no, I was late myself, so, you're excused if you need to leave.
Thank you very much. Have a great day.
We too.
Judge, Attorney Kramer's here as well.
Okay,
I have Miss Olivares and Mr. Nieto.
Second to the last one,
7238, 7247,
Yes.
after, the cash.
what was the house number?
7238, versus Presidio Mitchell. And the next one, 7247, Susan Rodriguez. With Daniel Kramer as the attorney.
Okay. With the waiver of arraignment.
Yes.
Okay. So house number 7238, the state of Texas versus Hervé Gumaro Nieto.
And,
Can-
in the initial calling, we continued it because of the waiver agreement, because since his, attorney's here, maybe an update.
Did you wanna add anything?
Can we make an,
on this?
good morning again, Judge, and sorry I was late, but can we make a quick oral motion, Judge?
Oral motion, I prefer it to be in writing. That's what it is.
Right, I'm asking the judge if we can make an oral motion, please.
Yeah, I'll grant an oral motion.
Thank you, Judge. So these two cases, Judge, these are also, I'm sorry? Yeah, these are Class C appeals, just like Mr. Rueda. He's a good friend of mine, actually. This is the first time we've appealed cases to your court, Judge. It took a while to get the complaints from Miss Blair. She's very nice, but I understand it took a while. But these complaints, Judge, they're past the statute of limitations. They're beyond 2 years, beyond the offense. And there was nothing filed that we're aware of back over 2 years ago as far as any charging instrument whatsoever. A ticket cannot serve as a complaint, Judge. So these are past the statute of limitations, Judge. We'll ask for dismissals on these. I do these cases in every county in the state, and virtually every county attorney always dismisses these just in a matter of course, with the law being very clear on the statute of limitations.
Your Honor, this was a issue that we had discussed with Melissa on the phone, and with myself. Article 27.14D of the Criminal Code Procedure states that, a written notice to appear serves as a complaint such as a ticket, for Class C fine and misdemeanors. As a retired DPS officer, I'm sure you understand that the way these work for Class C fines is the ticket simply saying to the JP office, and under this article, it states written notice of an offense for which maximum possible punishment is by fine only has been prepared, delivered, and filed with the court, and a legible duplicate copy has been given to the defendant. The written notice to appear serves as the complaint to which the defendant may plead guilty, not guilty, or no contendere. If the defendant pleads not guilty to the offense or fails to appear based on the written notice, a complaint shall be filed that conforms to the requirement of Chapter 45, which would be the formal complaint, and that complaint served as an original complaint. A defendant may waive the filing of a sworn complaint and elect that the prosecution proceed on the written notice of the charge offense if the defendant agrees in writing with the prosecution, signs the agreement, and files it with the court. So what happened here is, this was 2 years ago. They filed the Corporal Ray with DPS office, sent, just like he always does, sent the ticket to the JP office. I don't know why it sat in the JP office for 2 years, but it did.
It was fine. Your argument, it was fine.
Yes, because according to this article, the written notice to appear on the citation acts as the charging instrument unless and until they file not guilty. In the JP court, they filed no contest, so it did not trigger the requirement for the formal complaint. And then they appealed it again, I said about 2 years later. I don't know why it took so long for the appeal, for them to do the appeal, but then it ends up in our court. So a few months ago, it was appealed. It's been our court, and then they changed, a few weeks ago, they changed their plea to not guilty. When they changed their plea to not guilty, that triggered the requirement under this article for me to go get a formal complaint. So under Mr. Kramer's argument is that if they sit on their hands for 2 years and wait to do not guilty, they can demand a dismissal because the formal complaint hadn't been triggered yet. Which doesn't really seem like the, what the law intended.
May I respond, Judge?
Yeah, I guess I'll add that she makes a very strong argument, but please go ahead and.
Thank you, Judge. I've been doing this quarter century, Judge, and I've appealed about 20,000 cases in every county in the state. And we've had probably over 1,000 dismissed on these grounds. There has to be a charging instrument, Judge, from 2 years ago. Um, this is beyond, this is filed. I don't know what's going on with the clerks there, Judge. That's not my fault. That's not my driver's defendant's fault, Judge. Why the JP Court isn't doing their job. Maybe they're understaffed, Judge. I'm sorry to hear that, but I have no idea. There was no original charging instrument, Judge, they can base this case on. The complaints she finally did provide to us after numerous requests are beyond the statute of limitations, Judge. This is Code of Criminal Procedure. It's very clear. It has to be filed within 2 years. Something that was signed, or I'm not, signed 2.5 years ago, that's irrelevant. That's not a charging instrument. That's not a complaint. That's not a formal charging instrument. She referred to some case that's, I'm not sure if she found on artificial intelligence that she was trying to rely on a couple days ago, Judge, and it's completely inapplicable. It refers to some indictment on like a class A or B misdemeanor. It was a completely irrelevant and inapplicable, Judge. And I did send her a long email responding to that. So, Judge, with all due respect, we would ask these cases to be dismissed, that they're clearly filed beyond the statute of limitations.
Your Honor, I would have brought paper, to show what the article states in another case, on, that is exactly on point. Since I don't have paper, and we're doing this orally, may I, approach and show you on my laptop?
No, and that's fine. I'm not ready to rule on it. I'm not
Okay.
ready to dismiss.
Well, I would like to add, the case that is directly applicable, and which is a case that I had previously sent Mr. Kramer, is State versus Shaw, 822 Southwest 2nd, 807. The quote is, "The written notice of traffic violation serves as a complaint to which the defendant may enter his plea. A formal complaint must be filed only if the defendant pleads not guilty, thus necessitating the trial. A formal complaint is required to be filed in traffic offenses such as this only if the defendant pleads not guilty. If the defendant pleads guilty or no contest, no formal complaint is required, and there is nothing for the defendant to waive. Because appellee, in that case, pleaded no contest, just like here in JP Court, the requirement that a formal complaint be filed was never triggered, and as a logical consequence, no waiver was necessary. That case is about a traffic ticket. It's not about a class A or B. It is directly on point. Again, to Mr. Kramer's argument seems to be that he thinks he found a loophole in the case law where if you sit on your hands for 2 years and then you file not guilty after the 2 years statute of limitations run, you can then force the state to dismiss your ticket, which is not the spirit of the law.
May I respond, Your Honor?
Please go ahead.
It's not a loophole whatsoever. We're talking about the Code of Criminal Procedure. And the case that she referred to, it talks about the question before the court today is whether the Code of Criminal Procedure 12.05B permits an earlier indictment for a violation of, sorry for that dog, of one law to toll the statute of limitations in the prosecution of a later indictment. It's not a Class C, relates to a Class C case.
That's a different case.
And that's, here's what I'm gonna do. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna deny your request of dismissal on both the cases. So on file number 7238, 7247, and it's for me. This is selfishly for me to go back and do my research and make sure that I render the correct opinion.
Thank you, Judge.
So, but what I will do now is grant the continuance. You said you had a question on the waiver of arraignments. Will they not fill out correctly?
They didn't, usually we have on waiver arraignments, the defendant signing, they understand what their rights are, just as if they were in person. These didn't, so I just want to make sure the court is pleased with, or fine with the way.
I'm fine. Okay. I'm fine. So, is there anything else? Anything else before?
That's all, Judge. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Good luck to you. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you, Judge. May I be excused?
You may be excused, yes, absolutely. Is there any other matters before county court?
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, so you're welcome. It is now 10:54 a.m. and we are adjourned. Thank you, thank you. Wow.